Are you ready to block? Here are 10 games to play if you love Minecraft but want to try something new. The surging popularity of Minecraft didn't just change gaming, it changed YouTube as well, with whole careers literally built on playthroughs of Mojang's sandbox classic. And with the latest Village and Pillage update, it's popular once again. Although, in truth, it never really went away. Even at the peak of Fortnite's dominance, millions of people were still watching and playing Minecraft. But what happens if you've played so much that you've reached the ender of your tether? Well, that's where this video comes in. We've compiled a list of games to try if you love building but are bored of creepers, each of which offers a compelling twist on what makes the voxel punch 'em up so good. Here then are 10 games to play if you love Minecraft. Satisfactory is what would happen if No Man's Sky and Factorio had an amorous moment like a couple of well-fed Minecraft piggies. You're dropped onto an alien planet on which you have to build and survive. But the twist here is that you're not just scraping together soil and feathers to scratch out a living in the reek, you're building fully functioning, automated machines to make every element of survival a dream. Think of it like the most impressive redstone construction you've ever made in Minecraft, but on a thundering industrial scale. It's slightly intimidating to start with, and if you don't believe me, hit the link on screen to watch our wonderfully inept Let's Play, but once the switch flips, you'll be able to build things that will even surprise the developers. At least we think you will. We struggle to plug our machines in. If there's one rule when making a video about games like Minecraft, it's that you have to include Terraria. It's basically in the YouTube Code of Conduct. And the reason for that is a slightly challenging one. It's because, really, Terraria isn't like Minecraft at all. I mean, there are similarities, a day-night cycle, building, monsters and a simple art style, but in practice, it's a broader, more challenging game with an absurd level of depth. So the message here is that if you like the concept of Minecraft, the crafting, the creativity, the constant sense of discovery, then Terraria is that, but more so. It's the sort of game that you start playing during the day, then fall into a state of panic when you realise it's 4 AM and you haven't moved for hours. And if you're still not convinced, just check out the Steam feedback. 230,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews can't be wrong, can they? Minecraft has a lovely, reassuring visual style. A nice, secure, everything is made of equally sized and proportioned blocks, sense of order and calm. Well, if that's what you're looking for, say hello to the relaxing village sim, Staxel. You won't need to build your house from scratch, but here you can make friends, go farming, get yourself a furry friend, and just while away the hours doing very pleasant things. In a gameplay loop you've never seen before, yep, this is sarcasm, you move into a rundown old farm and turn the place around by collecting, crafting, and generally being a good human being, all in these lovely, colourful cuboid surroundings. It's worth noting too that just like Minecraft, you'll find yourself loading up your save just to look in on your chickens and end up on a quest with some friends to make the neatest fields. And they say that games make us unproductive. For all the reasons that that's not the case, hit the link on screen now. Stardew Valley long-timers have seen things. They have a specific look in their eyes when they see mayonnaise in the real world just innocently sitting on the supermarket shelf. No one knows how many eggs it took to get there, how many long days of making sure that there was enough grass planted to make the hay to feed the chickens. No one understands the work that had to go into crafting the perfect chicken coop, the funds that had to be raised from fruit and vegetables to buy each and every feathery egg layer. If you haven't played, and hey, maybe you really have just been playing Minecraft, don't be afraid. The systems at work here are deliciously satisfying. In Stardew Valley, from nothing, you can truly grow a truffle-producing empire or a perfect sprinkler-packed fruity dynasty. Or just have a normal farm and a nice house, but where exactly is the fun in that? No Man's Sky's near-endless universe of ray guns, spaceships and robots who look like vending machines might not at first glance remind you of Mojang's voxel blockbuster. But the updated version of No Man's Sky has two important things in common with Minecraft: survivabilityness and buildabilityness. Yes, those are words that I've just made up. When it comes to staying alive, No Man's Sky feels like a vibrant, changeable version of Minecraft, where every planet you land on can challenge you in a different way. It has the same satisfying resource grind, but you'll need to respond to your changing needs in an agile, reactive way. And by that I mean shoot different types of rock. And while you might not be able to build scale recreations of the Millennium Falcon, the raft of creative upgrades here that have dropped since release mean you can create your ideal intergalactic outpost on the planet of your choice, even if you immediately forget where you built it. Well, and now with the No Man's Sky Beyond update, there are even more reasons to return. Diving, friends, alien riding. We love LEGO games. Where we used to get terrible adaptations of our favourite movies, we now get stud-filled, joyous, interactive recreations of those worlds. Looking back though, it did seem strange that Minecraft was the one getting all the building attention when we'd been collecting Danish gold bricks for years. TT Games' LEGO Worlds solves all of that, bringing the unlimited delights of LEGO into the digital age. Instead of just throwing the pixelated equivalent of that box under your bed where plastic bricks go to die at you, LEGO Worlds hands over a full adventure mode. While you're helping out various NPCs and discovering treasures, you're also learning the ropes to create your own universe. Just like the very real LEGO that really hurts when you step on it in bare feet, Worlds includes a swathe of different genres. Equally happy for you to play in the Wild West or just head to ancient Egypt. Honest, we're not brickrolling you. Remember your first night in Minecraft? The fear and exhilaration of punching trees and wondering how you'd survive the night? Well, Subnautica is that with the added threat of drowning, loneliness, and massive sea monsters. In terms of sandboxy survival games, nothing hits you quite like the isolation of Subnautica's opening. Even the burning ship on the horizon feels reassuring compared to the vast emptiness of the oceans that surround you. But once you've become accustomed to eating whatever fish you can grab and scouring the seafloor for collectibles, the gameplay loop of Subnautica replaces those initial fears. You'll become obsessed with clawing back functionality, and even the advantage of something like a knife is enough to make you feel like you've achieved something. And it's gorgeous to boot, or should that be Das Boot. Anyway, a vibrant, explosive seascape of crisp corals and mysterious flora. The only thing missing is a commentary from Sir David Attenborough himself. For our next entry, it's time to leave the seabed behind and aim for the stars. Astroneer takes that survive and build 'em up feeling to outer space and does it in beautiful style. You might be gently worrying about where to find some oxygen for your next venture out into the unknown regions of a planet, but every screen looks like it should be printed and framed, or, at least put on your fridge. When you become stranded on an unknown world, the first thing you'll want to build in Astroneer is a home base. But where you might be content with just 4 mud walls to keep the creepers out in Minecraft, that just won't do where no one can hear you scream about not having enough generators. For at least your first tens of hours, chances are you'll be venturing out into the magnificent open world just to squirrel resources into your backpack and turn them into a fully powered mega space home to call your own. With a chilled pace and those gorgeous visuals, Astroneer is an interplanetary delight. Just like the best games like Stardew that we crafted out of bits of my brain and some string last week, Forager is one of those experiences that's going to steal your time. In vast chunks, like pieces of rock or coal or ore. The grind here is real, but when it's so pleasantly disguised, what's not to like? Forager sees you start off on a relatively small island, destroying everything in sight and crafting your time away before unlocking new islands and doing the same thing all over again, but it's not just building things. There are puzzles to solve, people to meet, and a whole stack of murderous dungeons to survive when the whole wholesome farming and crafting thing gets that little bit too much. Like Minecraft, Forager is just gentle enough when you want it to be, but if you fancy battling to the death with your newly hewn weaponry and skills, this cartoony top-down world is a little more satisfying than just hewing at a giant blocky spider and hoping it dies first. Minecraft is brilliant in so many ways, but one of the things it struggled at was giving you a constant, coherent sense of place and purpose. Yes, you can don your diamond armour, pop through a portal and bother some pigmen, but it lacks a true feeling of adventure. That's where Portal Knights is a great alternative. It takes place in a world torn apart by a baddie called the Hollow King, which you and your friends have to, in some cases quite literally, put back together. In this respect, and many others, it feels like it conforms to classic RPG tropes. You can play as a warrior, mage or ranger, unlock new talents, and travel to unknown, randomly generated worlds. But it's also a rich 3D sandbox, full of resources to collect, dungeons to delve, and things to build. Think of it like Stranger Things, but all the kids are playing D&D inside Minecraft. Unless that makes things more confusing. In which case, just give Portal Knights a try for yourself. Yes, good.
Hello.
So that's 10 alternatives to Minecraft to save you grabbing your pickaxe for the millionth time. Let us know if we've missed any of your favourites in the comments below, drop us a like if you enjoyed this list, and don't forget to subscribe to Logitech G for more videos just like this one. If you do already subscribe, hit that notification bell and you'll never miss a feature again.